Hi everybody, how are you? Really excited about this live stream. Let me know if you are on, if you are at the party. And I have my computer here because I am just going to kind of check in a little bit as we go. But anyway, it's an exciting weekend. It is Mother's Day weekend, and I want to welcome you all to, I wanted to have like a sort of party, if you like, where it's a sort of virtual party. Hey, hi, Indiana, you are here. I am so happy you are here. Where we're going to chat about our mothers and things that we love about our mothers, or somebody in your life, if you no longer have a mother, who's been a very important influence to you. And I just want to celebrate that. And I want to encourage you guys to celebrate those beautiful women in your life. Hi, Krista. Hi, Joni. Hi, Anne. Oh my God, everybody's here. Let's just get going. Now, here's how we're going to do this. I have some really cool giveaways that we're going to talk about. Hi, Majka. Oh my gosh. In Italy. You're in Italy now. This is so exciting. Cheryl, Deanna. Hey, Indiana. Love it. So, what I would love to get you guys to do is to bring something to the party. And what I wanted you to bring to this party is something that's very heartfelt that you feel about your mother or someone who's special in your life. Hi, Marcy. Oh my God, happy Mother's Day. I think there's a lot of mums on as well. There's probably a lot of mums, and hopefully there's some new mummies on this live stream, because we're going to be talking a little bit about that and how to be clean and non-toxic and all of that good stuff. So welcome. If there's any new mums, if there's any pregnant mummies to be, how exciting, what a beautiful, exciting time for you. And so start sharing, because I have, you can't actually really see it because this live stream has a sort of small screen, but just behind me here I have some giveaways, and those giveaways, I'm so excited. We're giving away so much stuff on these live streams, which I love. Oh my gosh, thank you, Stephanie. Stephanie's kicked it off. So, you know, just to enter to win these giveaways, just start sharing with me, with us, because we're a kind of community now. We're getting all the regulars on every single live stream. And so share with us, not just me, something that you feel very inspired with, or that you just is heartfelt that you want to share for this Mother's Day weekend. So I'll start with sharing a little bit about me and my mum, and I'm going to start crying because my mum's not here right now. So my mum is in the UK, and the Mother's Day in the UK is a completely different time of year, which is really annoying because I have actually forgotten it a couple of times. And so it's really hard not to have that connection for us on Mother's Day. And when all these festivities are going on, as they do in America, and everybody's celebrating Mother's Day, I get Mother's Day celebrated by my beautiful daughter. We're going to an organic spa on Sunday, so I'm really excited. She's taking me for the Mother's Day package, and what we're going to be doing is we're going to go bike riding on the beach on Sunday morning, because that's what I love to do, and then in the afternoon we're going to go and do a spa thing. Hi everybody. I know every day is Mother's Day. You're absolutely right. Every day is Mother's Day for me because I'm a mum, and raising a daughter, and you know, luckily my mother is alive and well and on really good form. I'm very fortunate, and you know, I'm so lucky because I have a mum who I really get along with really well. I've always got along with her. She is the most beautiful, inspiring person, and she really is you know, has given me everything, or sort of has fed me everything to make me who I am and what I believe in today. So that's a really kind of big deal for me. Oh, I'm so sorry, Joni. I'm so sorry about that. And you know, I know a lot of you, your mums have passed away, and I just feel your pain. And, you know, when that time inevitably comes for me, I'm going to need all you guys, because that's when we really need each other. Oh my gosh, Cheryl. Oh my gosh. Thank you guys. Thank you. Thank you. You're sharing your stories. And I'm just going to get so much pleasure in going back after this live stream and reading these stories and reading these. Just give me stories about your mother. You know, my mom really taught me about green living, actually, from a really early age. She didn't call it green living. It was just really common sense, and it's how she lived, because intrinsically she's just a really resourceful, frugal, smart woman who doesn't like to waste things. And she's just, you know, I grew up in England on a beautiful or really amongst an organic garden, and my mum basically fed us from that garden. And so I was lucky enough to have childhood memories of just going and picking raspberries in the summer and waiting. It was such an exciting time, because you actually waited to eat those raspberries. And you know, she grew everything. She grew beans and raspberries and red currants and black currants, which if you're in Europe, you'll kind of know what those fruits are, and gooseberries and rhubarb and potatoes and everything she grew in that garden. And so it was very, very close to the earth. And just as I grew older, you know, she's forever, and still to this day, I'll call her and I'll go, Mum, just help me. What do you think I should do about this? How can I save this? How can I cook this? How can I reuse this? And she's kind of always there. Oh my gosh, happy Mother's Day, Becky. So it just makes me so happy that you're all beginning to share that stuff. And you know, I had a really long conversation with my mum yesterday. I call her a lot when I'm in the car, because living in Los Angeles, I'm in my car a lot. And luckily I can just, you know, she's on speed dial, and we'll just chat. And even if I have 5 minutes, I'm like, Mom, I've got 5 minutes. And we just chat for 5 minutes. And sometimes it's longer. I mean, I've done like whole shopping trips with my mom on the phone. I'm sure some of you guys, have any of you guys done that, by the way? You're talking to your mom. I'm like, Mom, I'm going into Whole Foods now. So she's off the Bluetooth in the car, and then suddenly we're in Whole Foods. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, look, they've got rhubarb. And she's like, okay, you've got to you've got to bake a rhubarb crisp or a rhubarb pie. And, you know, by the end, we've done the entire store, which is just so much fun. But anyway, I'm blessed. I'm very lucky. I know not everybody has had that experience of having that really close, sort of nourishing relationship. And so I count myself very blessed for that. Thank you, Marianne. Can your mum be your quest one day? I'm not sure I quite understand that. You do. I know. And it's only, you know, I think the thing that you probably all agree about a mum is that, and my daughter says this to me, is that she's just the one person in my life who, when I'm around her, whether we're driving or shopping or in the car, and she comes and stays with me in the US, you just don't have to ever try. You can have silences together. You don't need to talk, or you talk, or you don't talk. And it's just this complete ease of somebody who just loves you unconditionally. And I just hope that I can do the same. I hope I am doing the same with my precious daughter Lola, who is just about to turn 15. I can't believe it. When I wrote my first book, Gorgeously Green, I remember in the book writing my 6-year-old daughter. So it's just incredible how time has flown. And Lola's been so much a part of my journey, and so much a part of my green journey, and learning all about that. And so I hope that's something that she's, will carry with her, and will be really important to her as she grows up. Hi, Ulrika. Oh my gosh. So by the way, anybody who is, enough about me for a second, let's move on to you guys. So you're sharing your stories with me. If you've tagged anybody, maybe you've tagged your mother or maybe you've tagged your daughter. So if any of you are new to me and to my live stream, I welcome you with open arms. We are having so much fun on these live streams. It's kind of a party. We discuss, we chat. Yesterday I went to the, some of you were on for the live beauty expo, the Indie Beauty Expo, which was so much fun and loads of giveaways, and lots of you won some really, really cool products. And so we have a lot of fun, and my sort of intention for these is for us to build as a community and to get to know each other and to share and engage together, and that I love that. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to read all your comments. I'm getting comments about my beautiful daughter or whatever. Anyway, let's talk about the first giveaway. Let's talk about that, because that kind of leads into what I want to talk about. If there are any new mums on, or it doesn't actually have to be a new mum, you could be pregnant, new mum, or just have little kids, or just want a cleaner way of life, or maybe you've got grandkids, or maybe you don't have any of the above. Maybe you are an auntie. I know so many of my friends don't have kids, their mothers have passed away, but they're a beloved auntie, and they've got nieces and nephews, and so they're, if you like, sort of the second mother figure in a child's life. So what I very much talk about in my books and my blogs and everything that I do, oh my gosh, Barbara, hi, is I talk about the importance of green and healthy, clean, non-toxic living, obviously for babies and for small children. And it's more important for babies and for small children than anybody else, because here's the thing, with the toxins that are in our environment or in our products, oftentimes they will say, federal agencies will say, well, it's tested and it's safe at such and such a quantity. It is most definitely the dose that makes the poison. But what almost all of the time they're not taking into account is the small, teeny body of a baby or a small growing child. So this is where we have to be really vigilant. And I know a lot of people come to me and come to my community because either of a health concern or a diagnosis, but very often because you're pregnant and you're just about to bring a baby into the world and you want the very best for your child. Oh, I can't, I'm just, you know what I'm trying to do is not read and answer too many of your comments, because there were a few comments on the last live stream I did saying, Sophie, you kept looking down and getting distracted, which I did. So actually, I think I'm actually going to close my computer and I'll just answer any questions after this live stream. Sometimes I have my beautiful moderator, Catherine or Faz here, and they'll actually have the camera and they'll run the live stream and they'll ask questions. Ah, oh my God, we disconnected for a minute. Oh my gosh, we disconnected. I hope we're not going to disconnect again. Maybe it's something, it's kind of stormy here in LA. Anyway, so new babies we were talking about. Now, I have to say that I hope this is live. I hope it is. I think we're live. Let me know, by the way, if you're still there, because something odd happened during that live stream. Something odd. Let me know. Somebody say something and let me know you're still there, because I might otherwise have to... Ah, great, you're there. So here's the deal. This is really, really one of the big starting points for me. When I was pregnant, I was living in Los Angeles. It was whatever, 16 years ago. And I was standing in my yard in the Hollywood Hills, which is where I lived, in my little house with my husband. And I noticed that the man who lived next door to me he had a rose garden, and he was spraying his roses with this enormous thing of what I knew to be it was definitely pesticides. It had this really strong, acrid smell. And I thought, OMG, this is frightening, because I'd started to learn about stuff in the environment. And again, this was 16 years ago when nothing was really sort of spoken about, and we weren't really talking at all about green living. And so I started doing a lot of research, and then I started learning, and I did classes and courses, and the more I dug into what is in our environment and how it could possibly affect my unborn baby, the more freaked out I got. And here's the big realization I had. The realization was, surely my daughter's birthright, this baby that I'm about to bring into the world, is to have clean air, food, and water. But the reality is that she is not going to have clean air, food, or water, because I have to fill my home with air filters. I have to put water filters on my faucet, and I have to, remortgage my home to be able to buy organic products, which at the time were just really expensive. So that was really one of my very, very first big kind of epiphanies of there's something very, very badly wrong with this situation, and we need to do something about it. So that was way before I wrote Gorgeously Green, which is my first book. So babies need a very clean environment, and one of the first things that we can do in preparing our nest, or again, if you're a mummy or an auntie, or you know somebody with little kids, I want to show you this, which is the giveaway, by the way, guys. So it is a company which is called Ecos, and it's a very, very, very favorite company of mine. And this is Baby Ecos, which is their new baby products, which have just come out. And I have to tell you, I love Ecos because for me, I love companies, and I like to promote companies that are more than just we're a green company. This company, I know the owner really well, Kelly. She is one of the most inspiring, beautiful, generous human beings. Mothers, yay, Kelly, if you're watching this, my heart to you. She has a daughter, she's a mum, but she has this company which is really one of the greenest cleaning companies in America, really, truly. She has 5, I think, factories, correct me if I'm wrong, but 5 factories in the US. All her manufacturing is in the US. She does not outsource. She employs local people. She pays way above the minimum wage. She does for her employees what I don't know anybody does. It is love, it is generosity. The factories are green from top to bottom, LED certified, yada yada, the whole 9 yards, the real deal. So when I was doing this live stream, I said, Kelly, can I do a giveaway? So we're giving away 10 sets of 3 products. We're giving away their surface cleaner, we're giving away the laundry detergent, and we're giving away the bottle and dish wash. And Kelly, and I've talked to Kelly at length about this, and Kelly feels really strongly that, so by the way, be sharing your stories, because all these giveaways, you will win that set. If you got to leave your stories and your inspiration and your love for your mom or your daughter or your niece or your nephew or whoever it is, because that way we'll pick the winners. But Kelly, owner of Ecos, which by the way, I only just learned recently that Kelly is Greek, and I didn't know this, but in Greek, Ecos means home, and so she's all about the home and love of the home. And the thing is, for babies, it's especially important that when you're washing their bottles or washing anything that they eat with, that there's no residue, chemical residue left on that. And so that's really important. So with that bottle cleaner, you're going to get that. The laundry detergent, here's what I want to tell you about the laundry detergent. So I did a segment I think about 3 weeks ago on Home and Family, and I was showing new products from Expo West, which is the really big natural expo. And one of the products that I bought on was one of Eco's very new laundry detergents, not for babies, it's for adults, and it's their geranium and magnolia, I believe, scent, which is a new scent, and it's beautiful. Anyway, all the crew guys that do the sound and lighting and whatnot all said to me afterwards, they were like, oh, that smells amazing. We really like that. And so I had quite a few bottles, and I said, listen, guys, just take it. Just take what you want. And 2 weeks later, the sound guy, Chris, said to me, Sophie, by the way, I have to tell you something. And these guys, we don't normally talk about laundry detergents, I can promise you that. But he said that he had had horrible, horrible allergies and all over his skin and dermatitis and problems and itching and breakouts and whatnot. And he said ever since that he'd switched and used the Ecos detergent, his skin was perfect. So I said, okay, Chris, I've got to get you on the live stream. So anyway, 10 of you are going to win those Ecos. And, oh God, let me just see. I just want to see. Oh, yes, that's the other thing. I kind of want to connect with you guys. Brie, that is so true. It's at Sam's Club. It's at Walmart. And the really, really cool thing, again, about Ecos is that unlike a lot of green brands that are really, they are more expensive, let's face it, and they are with beauty and whatnot, Ecos positions themselves to be less expensive. Can you believe that? So it'll be less expensive than a main brand. I'm not going to call out any names, but you know the ones that we'll find in almost every store we go into that have that very strong, very toxic smell. Ecos is on a price comparison. Oh my gosh, that's great. Yeah, and if you have allergies, that's so true. If you suffer from allergies, and if your children suffer from allergies, you know, my daughter started getting dermatitis. She had allergies to grass, and so I had to be really, really careful. We had to go 100% unscented with everything. But now she can use the laundry detergents with their natural scent. And also Kelly, I was asking Kelly about the scent that she uses, and it absolutely does come from pure essential oils. And she actually goes and meets the farmers who produce the lavender. She goes into the field, and that's, I said to her, but surely that's really expensive in a laundry detergent. She said, yeah, it is expensive, but she makes it work. Okay, so moving on from detergents. By the way, ask me any questions. Again, if you're pregnant, if you're a new mummy, if you're a grandma or you're a mom and your daughter's pregnant or whatever, do ask me any questions because I have a wealth of information. I can answer any of your questions about what you need to prepare a really clean, non-toxic home for your baby, for your children. Just always remember that, you know, our indoor air quality is generally or can be 7 to 10 times worse than outdoor air quality, and that's even if you live in, you know, rural, relatively clean, although kind of where is there clean air place. And so that's because of so many things, but cleaning products is part of that. And fragrance is a huge part of that. So you also want to get rid of, we talked about this I think in the essential oils live stream, but you really want to get rid of anything that's artificially fragranced in your home. That's air fresheners, that's candles, that's scented body lotions, that's artificially fragrant cleaning supplies, laundry detergents, all of that, because in that fragrance is a class of, there's a lot of chemicals basically underneath that one is only listed ever, and often not on a cleaning product, but on other products it's listed as parfum or fragrance, but under that will be 150 to 180 chemicals that they cannot list, and you wouldn't even be able to understand it if you did see that list, but a lot of those are really toxic chemicals that just will impact your health. Wow, yes, it is. Now, I want to move on to another little giveaway, which is something that's really close to my heart, and I just wanted to share this on Mother's Day as well. And this is, let me show you the basket. Hang on, excuse me for turning my head to all of you, but this is the basket here that you can see. There's loads of goodies. I'll actually pull out what I got in the basket. So there is tea from Republic of Tea. There is Allegro Rainforest Blend Coffee. There is Yum Sea Salt Dark Chocolate from Salazon. Look at that. There is Lavender Hills Beautiful Balm. There's bars, there's soaps, there's all kinds of things. So this is the Rainforest Alliance giving this away, this lovely basket to one of you. And if you look on my blog, I did a blog a couple of days ago, and why this is very important to me is the Rainforest Alliance supports, they support a lot of things, but they basically support support they are anti, obviously, deforestation. Not being very articulate about this. And one of the things about deforestation is, and you can read this all in my blog if you're interested, because I don't want to get into it too heavily now, but in as much to say is that it's obviously destroying, it's so serious, it's destroying our habitat and the habitat of much wildlife and endangered wildlife. And one of the animals that I absolutely love are the orangutan. And if you've ever seen any documentaries on these beautiful animals, that it's really moving. And it's just, oh, it's heartbreaking when you see these, because their habitat, they have nowhere to live now. So these mothers, these orangutan mummies, you see them starving. They're like skin and bone, just with their little babies, and they can't even feed their little babies. So there's an awful lot to talk about, and another thing that I talk a lot about in that blog is palm oil, and how palm oil is in 50 to 70% of our consumable products, from shampoos to toothpastes to ice creams to everything else. And unless it's sustainably sourced, it is one of the biggest drivers of deforestation. So all of this to say that I support the Rainforest Alliance, and I hope you will, and they are giving away this lovely basket, and every single thing in this basket, the coffee, the tea, the chocolate, everything, is from farmers and sustainable producers who take care of the rainforest, and they have taken that pledge. They have the Rainforest Alliance seal, which is a little frog. So that's that. That's enough of that. Good luck. One of you is going to win that. Again, leave me, if you've just come onto this live stream, leave me your inspiring, lovely story about how much you love your mum, your daughter, your nieces, your nephews, how much they mean to me. Also, leave me maybe comments of how you're celebrating Mother's Day on Sunday. Now, one other thing that I want to get out there, which I'm really excited about, is I just put out my brand new ebook. Every now and again I publish these ebooks, and they are free. They are my gift to you. And this ebook, which it's going live now. I think as I say this, you will find it in the comments. Catherine, my lovely Catherine, is going to slot it up there, the link where you can just link through and get it. But it is my mummy ebook. And so I'm so excited. And in that ebook, I give you DIYs. There's a DIY talc, toxin-free talc. There's a DIY massage, or massage oil, as you say in America. And there's a lot of product recommendations, because I know a lot of you say, Sophie, what do you recommend? Here's just one little thing that I want to throw out about the ebook. Is one of the things when I was putting this ebook together, I started really thinking about this issue of diapers and disposable diapers versus cloth diapers. So I don't know if any of you have any questions about that, or any thoughts on that. Are you cloth diapering your baby, or are you looking for a biodegradable diaper, a green diaper? And I have to say that one of the diapers, having done masses of research, and I remember when I was actually working with, bit of a name drop coming here, but when I was working with Julia Roberts, and she was very pregnant actually when I very first started working with her first babies, and we went back and forth discussing diapers and cloth diapering, and was she going to do this and was she going to do that, and we discovered actually way back then together G diapers. And so G diapers, hi if you're there, G diapers, you know I love you guys, but G diapers, if you don't know about them, are amazing, because they it's almost like a kind of hybrid of a cloth and a disposable diaper. Is very, very cool. They have these cute little diaper covers that you buy, and then they have an insert that goes into it, which is biodegradable. For the P part of it, obviously just the number one, not the number two, you could actually compost. Oh my gosh, I'm just loving your comments here. You can actually compost them, and you can flush them. That's what's so genius about G diapers. You can flush the inserts. So they're very, very green and very eco-friendly, and look them up. That's G, the letter G, diapers. But I'd be really interested to see what your stand is on that, you know, because there's kind of eco benefits of both, and I've done a kind of lot of research, is the washing and the drying of cloth diapers, or some of you have a service that comes, is that, you know, that uses a lot of energy, is it better to get the disposable, and blah, blah, blah. And then when you get into the biodegradable disposable diapers, there's a whole other big can of worms to open there. But anyway, do grab the free ebook. I love you to get these free ebooks, because it's just my way of being able to sort of distill a lot of information with product recommendations, and I always put DIYs or recipes in my free ebook, so get that now. So what else have we got going? I think we are going to be done relatively soon. Let me just see if there's anything. Hi Sophie, I'd like to enter your giveaway. Oh my gosh, yes you are. You have entered my giveaway. So I'm just trying to think if there's anything that I want to just finish with on this heartfelt day. You know, I have to say that you know, we're all so busy. This is what I'm going to finish on. We're all so busy. Well, I don't know about you, but I imagine a lot of you are very, very busy. I'm extremely busy. And so for me, I like to take time every single day to acknowledge because it's Mother's Day, I'm going to talk about my mother and my daughter. Because life goes by so quickly. And when you, obviously, any of you who are mums out there, it's just extraordinary when you have a child, because then suddenly the marking of time, it's just, you see it right in front of you. It's just like, oh my gosh, a second ago this child was 6, and now she's, you know, she's almost 15. And so despite how crazy busy my life is, and despite how, you know, I'll be sitting in the car with Lola and she's got to change my radio station. We fight with the radio station because she wants to listen to music that really is almost intolerable for me to listen to. And then, you know, and I put on, like, I got satellite radio and I listen to like this channel called The Bridge, which is literally like kind of, my husband and my daughter tease me, it's kind of like Eric Clapton and sort of Crosby. It's kind of like 70s music basically. So we're sort of fighting over it, but she gets her way and she's like, you know, listening, and I've got this thudding rap on or whatever it is, and I'm driving and I just think, God, you know, I am just going to treasure this moment, because I've only got, oh my God, I'm gonna start crying. You know, your time's limited. I probably only got another 2 or 3 years, 2 years, my gosh, or 3 years, you know, with my daughter, who's just going to want to be spending and is going to be spending a long length of time in the car with me, and just feeling her presence there, and, you know, feeling just so honored and grateful that I can be her mother and that I can be there for her, and I enjoy my daughter so much. I enjoy the good, the bad, and the ugly. I enjoy it. And in the same way, I'm lucky enough to enjoy my relationship with my mum, and you know, our precious times on the phone together are even more precious times when we're together. You know, I took her and my dad and everybody on vacation. We went to Mexico a few weeks ago, and just looking into my mum's eyes, and just that person who I just love so much was so special. So guys, happy Mother's Day to each and every one of you. I am going to make myself a cup of tea, and I'm going to sit down tomorrow morning and I'm going to go through all of your comments and your insights and your feelings, and I'm going to thank you so much. It means so much to me that you guys are here and that you're sharing your heartfelt stuff as well with me. And I'm going to go through and I'm going to enjoy that and enjoy reading it. And We'll pick some winners, lots of winners. We've got 11 winners we're going to be picking because we've got 10 Ecos winners and we've got one big Rainforest Alliance winner. So I will be back. I think Monday is the next live stream. And so I'll be giving you lots of heads up about that on Sunday, so on Monday morning, so you can get that on your calendar and I can let you know what it's about. It's a really, really good one. I'm really excited about that. And thank you, and have a beautiful rest of your Sunday night. Have a truly beautiful weekend, and particularly happy Mother's Day. Bye bye guys, bye.